I think the place to start when you're thinking about designing an online course is what is the real content out of the class that you want delivered to the student, and how are you going to deliver that? And it's going to be different than a traditional format. You know, when you're in a traditional format, you can have a wide variety of discussions. You can do a lot of visualization. You can sense if in fact they're not getting something by just the nonverbal contact. You're not going to see that in an online class. So what you have to do is you have to design slides and lectures and PowerPoints in such a way that it draws out the student. Now, one of the things that I do that I found very helpful is that when I have my discussion boards, or whatever you'd like to call them, is I put in, instead of just putting in one thing, I may put in 4 or 5 different ways to look at a problem. And in some cases, I'm looking actually to trigger a little bit of emotion or thought-provoking. So I may say, let's think about this in a way that's different than the way you might typically think about it, and link that back, always link it back to the topic that we're studying. So this online classes should not be a place to vent. It's a way to kind of draw back to the text or the research material or some experience that we have, you know, in the classroom through the instructor or through the students. But you have to get the emotions going. Someone has to say, I don't agree with the way you're looking at this, which is fine, because now you've started that discussion and you can get it going. But you can't expect that you're going to just do that in one way and it's going to work. So your documentation, your slides, your lectures, your discussions had to provoke thought. And to do that, you have to step outside the boundaries and say, let's look at it many different ways. So how do you get started? You get started by saying, how do I get students engaged? And you get them engaged by making them care about the material. And to care about the material's got to be very well developed. That's how I start.